today's video, I'm going to go over the best 2026 macro settings for Pinetree for a Tide Popper and a petal one, that's what one called. So let's go ahead and first let's claim the hive. Oh, look at that, 20 hive. Yeah, so these two settings are what I've been using all of Beesmas, and I've managed to make like 3 quadrillion, which is insane. Yeah, so the first one we're going to go over is actually for the Tide Popper because I have it set up and that's what I've been using. So first one is for Micro Tide Shift NM, and this one actually isn't in Natro macro, you have to download it. I'm going to show you how to download it. So what you want to do is go to Discord and then go to this channel, Bee Swarm Guide Help, and then go to macro patterns, and then you'll just search it up here. There's so many, but this one has been the best for me with Tide Popper. So you'll go there, you'll download it. I'm not going to show you an in-depth way on how to actually set it all up. I have a video for that, check the description, it will be there. However, yeah, this is the best Tide Popper one, and length medium, width 5, 14 minutes, just because that's how long a boost lasts. When macroing distance to upper left, you can change distance a little bit. However, with lag, the lower is for better. Shift lock and then drift comp. And rotation, it's been a little bit buggy, but this normally works. It kind of depends on how the macro seems to be feeling that day. Yeah, but basically what this macro does, I'm not going to actually run it, but it will just stand here and do this, which will collect all of the bubbles because you're using the Tide Popper, and all your balloons will stay in this sort of area, which is super good and useful, especially when you're just wanting to macro. Your sprinkler is about here. It's just a really good macro for getting your blessing up and everything. Yeah, so that is the main one. However, we're going to go onto the collect and kill. I'm just going to show all of my settings. I have wealth clock and Mondo. I have both of these off when I'm doing honey day. It's very different for honey day, but this is what I normally use. Honey day, you just want the least things available. You want to stay on the field as long as you can. Yeah, so that's for collect and kill. You have tickets and then Mondo on kill. I'm doing kill because I need a bunch of dice for honey day. Anyway, boost, you have nothing. Sometimes I will have blue extracts and oil, and sometimes jelly beans if I have a lot of them. So right now I'd use those and micro converters because they're super easy to get, but that's it. Sticker stack, no. Wind shrine, sometimes you can donate a blue extract. I'm saving up right now for the hydraulic planter, but that's pretty much it. I also recommend donating the blue extract to a windy shrine on honey day. For quests, I have them all off because you don't need them. Planters, I just have blue with all of mine ticked. However, I will turn off Pinetree because I don't want my actual bees collecting nectar from the field I'm in when they could be creating pollen and other stuff. So I normally have Pinetree turned off. It says present, so you just make it blue and then click on draft. Status is status, and then settings, I just have my movement speed. Hive slot, the best is 1, then 3, then 2. Okay, now the second setting I'm going to go over is for the petal wand, which is actually a lot simpler. It's the exact same stuff, except you're going to want to use Corner X Snake. This one you don't have to download, it's automatically in the Natro macro, you don't have to get it from the Discord, but this one is super good. But Corner X Snake is the best because you literally just run in this corner and you'll just collect stuff like that, and it's by far the best. So yeah, after that, for collect and kill, you're going to have Mondo on kill if you're looking for some field dice, and then you're going to have collecting your tickets. Now Beesmas have whatever you can, you're just normal macroing, so just do whatever you can. Boost, you're going to have field on blue, and if you can afford it, use blue extracts and oil. Blue extracts you pretty much always get from actually just Pinetree because you get blueberries. So that is very good. Wind Shrine, you can donate if you have more blue extracts, but if you have Petal Wand, it's probably not worth it, so don't worry about that actually. Quests, you actually want Bucko Bees on and allow Gather Interrupt because you need Tide Popper, you need the 250 quest. And Polar Berry even, because you probably have low polar power. Planters, you literally just want to click this button here until it goes to blue, because that, and click all the planters and turn off Pinetree. These don't matter because you just click this until it goes to blue and have all of your planters that you have. Auto is fine, full grown is fine. Gather loot I highly recommend because you can get some good stuff. Status is status, settings is settings, misc, and then credits. Width and length, you got to change them all. Just do 5 to see how that works and then just mess around with it a bit. Yeah, but that should be all the basics for a good macro setting guide. If you liked it, like it, and if you didn't, also like it. Yeah, bye bye.